Hey guys, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on me. You know, when I was a little kid, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. In fact, my 4th grade teacher told my parents that I would never learn how to read. Because of that, my mom, she dedicated my summers to reading even when I wasn't in school. It was very annoying because I would be watching my siblings and friends playing outside while I was inside reading. But because of my mom's efforts and because of my own efforts, I was able to overcome dyslexia. And I've gone on and published a book, Nature of the Mind. And I've also become a therapist. I graduated with a master's in marriage and family therapy. So there's a lot of things that I was able to overcome with my dyslexia, but I also struggled with anger when I was a little kid. My anger was so bad that my parents, they really worried about my future, if I was going to be a functioning member of society, because my anger was so bad. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about my anger in other videos. Of course, I'll also talk about how I overcame my dyslexia in some other videos. But in essence, I was able to overcome my anger. And I love sharing that with people because there's still a lot of people out there that struggle with anger currently, even as adults. And I just love being able to give people hope and help them to understand that they can overcome their anger. Particularly because I was so bad. My parents, they didn't know what to do with me. But eventually I was able to overcome it. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'm hoping that the things that I learned in my life can help others to be able to overcome their anger, be able to succeed in life even with difficulties like dyslexia. In addition to those things, when I was trying to decide what to do as a profession, I got into network marketing. I was looking into that and I got involved with several different network marketing companies at different times. And I was really looking forward to having that as a career and something that would help me and my family to retire and become independently wealthy. But in the process, I was looking at a lot of books, I was reading a lot of books, I was listening to audios for motivational speaking, I was watching videos on how to be successful and be motivational. And I learned all these powerful skills on how to be successful and motivate myself. But there were some things that were missing. And I really felt that I could find the answers and be able to explain some things that some of these books and speakers just didn't quite have. And so I decided to put network marketing aside, and I focused on trying to write a book, which I ended up writing a book, Nature of the Mind. I wanted to learn more, and I decided to become a marriage and family therapist. When I decided to become a marriage and family therapist, I didn't know if my investment into my master's program was going to pay out. Really, because my dyslexia was so bad, I didn't know if I was going to be able to pass the tests, graduate, and pass the licensing test. So I really was going into it like, I'm putting forth more money than I have ever done in my whole life with no guarantee that anything will come of it. It was very scary, but I did it. I decided that I was going to invest in myself by getting a master's degree. And only by the grace of God was I able to graduate and pass the licensing test. I had the knowledge, I had the skills, but I was just so worried about passing those tests and being able to pass those classes. And fortunately I was. And again, I can only thank my higher power for being able to support me through that and help me to pass those tests. But with that information that I learned from being a therapist, from going to school to get my marriage and family therapist license, and also from my personal experience and from the information that I learned from all the books of motivational speaking and the speakers, the audios and the videos. I took all of that information together and I created this theory of reality emotive systems theory. And of course, I'm not going to go into the theory in this video. It would take too much time. But that's where I came from. That's my background. That's how I started. And I'm really excited to be able to share this with others. I feel that I have something to offer that will impact their lives forever. I want people to be able to have that life that they've always dreamed of. Be successful, get everything that they wanted.